Rasa the dancer, and we are at Miami. And this video, I will be teaching you how to do body rolls. Now, this has been a request for a while now, and I was just waiting for the right time. And I am wearing a bikini because I was sunbathing just a minute ago. I came here to make some lunch, but before I do, I thought, since I'm almost naked, it's appropriate to do the video for the body rolls because you will actually see more of my body moving. So let's get started. We're gonna do some techniques. I'm gonna give you some tips. And I guess just one more thing important to mention is that the body roll is not the same as a body wave. So we are going to be doing just the body roll, and that's the one that goes down and then comes back in a reverse manner. So stick around and we are about to start. First thing that I think is important to mention before we even start doing the body roll is that it's important to warm up and stretch. Not just before you do a body roll, but like every day. Because body roll means that you're actually going to be moving your body in a very particular way. So if you haven't stretched for a really long time, your body might just not physically be able to do certain things. And you will be thinking, oh my God, I'm doing all the right technique. Why is it not happening? Well, maybe because your body is just not used to responding to that kind of movement. So you have to make sure in order to be able to do a body roll, you do your regular stretches. And if you need to know what kind of stretches you need to do, there's going to be a description box down below with a video of me stretching and showing you what kind of good stretches you should do if you are doing dancing. Or if you just want to live a fulfilled lifestyle where you could run and you can reach. Does that make sense? So, tip number one for you, before you even try body roll, stretch, warm up before you stretch, and then your body will be more able to do it beautifully and maybe even more dramatically. Alrighty, now we can actually get started with the physicality of the body roll, okay? And we're gonna break it down. So, body roll, we're gonna start in an angle position based on a bachata technique, but it's kind of the same principle when it comes to this part of your body for salsa as well. It's just bachata uses more of the body, not just the upper body, the whole body. So we're going to be basing it on that one. Now, always easier to do the whole body roll in a slightly angled position. So that is our start. We're going to slightly angle our body. So it's going to be bigger and then we have somewhere to go down. Now, my right leg, it doesn't matter, you could do to any direction. But if I'm facing this way, then my right leg is actually kind of 90 degrees and then the other one slightly angled and I have this angled position, right? So that's my start. Now, we're gonna start from up to go down. That's how the body roll works, right? It starts from up and then it goes down and then from down, it comes up, okay? So, first things first, as soon as you establish this position, you have to make sure you lock your leg. In order to bring ourselves up to push down, you have to have a locked knee. That means it's straight. You cannot have it straight and then bend. Does that make sense? The moment you bend your knee, you will be looking like this. So to isolate, we need some support, and the support is straight leg. If the leg is straight, now you can focus on your chest. The chest slightly goes forward. Just a little bit through the lower back, not bending, don't go crazy. Just a little preparation, and instead of preparing straight forward like this and almost up, we actually prepare slightly down, just a little bit, right? Remember, it's a preparation, and it's not bending the back, it's actually your chest that slightly goes forward, right? With your shoulders. Now, we need this because that's gonna give us now a better position to start coming up. When you start coming up, yes, and you can't go up anymore, you lean slightly back, my knee is still straight. Then through your core, once, twice, 3 times, everything starts going back until with the hip we push out. And once we push out, now we're in a comfortable sitting position, but my back is still straight. So what I don't want to do is a body roll, finish with the hip and push my back forward. Does that make sense? As soon as I do that preparation and I collapse the core and the hip goes out, I stay with the hip out and my back is straight. So we have learned the technique how to do a body roll, right? Prepare an angled position, lock the knee, make sure you push your chest slightly forward with your shoulders inwards. You raise your body up, and then when you lean back, you collapse in your core a few times. You finish with the hip out, and that's your body roll. Right? Now, you know the technique. It's important. This is my tip. Tip number 3, maybe? I don't know. But it is my tip to you that you have to make sure you practice it slow. What happens when you try to do it fast, very quickly, or really big? You will fail. Your body still doesn't have all the information. It doesn't know how to isolate the body parts. You will fail. You'll be like, oh, blah, the video is so bad, it's so bad. The video is fine, okay? You gotta practice one thing at a time. You lock the knee and you practice. Chest forward and up. Chest forward and up, right? Then you can practice up and down, push. Then up and down, push, right? And you practice it really, really slowly, continuously, until your body actually gets used to isolating these body parts, right? So remember, very slowly and a lot, like super duper, a lot of practice. And final thing that I'm gonna mention is that there's a lot of exercises other teachers suggest to the students, so that would help them to practice the body roll. And one of them is, I don't have a wall. So one of them is actually, you know, using the wall, starting from your head to go towards the wall, and then with your chest, and then with your stomach, and then with your body, and then push out. So just to feel how like it's one body part at the time that is touching the wall. That's one of the exercises. I don't find it as useful, but a lot of people do, so you could try this as well. The other thing is actually trying to hold something. I have not prepared. I was sunbathing. This just came to me, you know, that I should do this video for you. Anywho, the other good thing is to hold to something and try to really then push the chest forward and move away. Bend the knees. Straight knees and then bending the knees. Straight knees and then bending the knees. Now, what does this do for you? Usually when you don't hold to something, you can't isolate. Like, it's really hard for people who are just starting. The arms are in a way, everything else is kind of like this. You know what I mean? It's really hard to understand how to isolate. But as soon as you're holding on to something, you're actually locking your arms and the rest. So it's easier to think, push out, up, push out. Does that make sense? So you actually have the help of whether the chair or the wall or whatever to start pushing and isolating those body parts and actually feel the movement. So this is kind of extra little tips for you to practice your body rolls. All right, guys, I hope that was useful. I broke it down. I gave you a couple of exercises, remind you to stretch in order for the body to be able to do it. And of course, the rest is just time. So don't comment like, if you tried it 2 times and it didn't work. You're allowed to complain only if you practice it minimum for a month every single day. And if it still doesn't work, then you can complain and I will try to make a better video for you, okay? But you gotta practice continuously first and then see what happens. But it is an extra, right? It helps also to go to the classes. So, you know, don't be shy and visit me in London. I do classes and I can actually touch you and show you and tell you what is that you're doing wrong or incorrect. In the meantime, subscribe to the YouTube channel, ring the bell, and, you know, comment if you want something else, because I do read my comments and I actually make videos based on your requests. Now, I'm gonna go and have my lunch, and then there's a sun in my balcony, so maybe I'll continue sunbathing while having my lunch in the balcony. But I will leave you with this. Body roll. Reverse. That might be another video. Body roll. Reverse. And now I send you my kiss. And I see you soon. Subscribe.